Janus is the Roman god of beginnings and transitions, whether they be abstract or concrete, sacred or profane, of gates, doors, doorways, endings, and time. He represents the transition between primitive life and civilization, countryside and city, peace and war, and the growing of young people. He ruled the birth of the gods, the cosmos, mankind, and its undertakings. He is the god of initiation into the mysteries. This is represented by his two keys, one silver, the lesser mysteries, and one gold, the greater mysteries. He is usually represented by a two-faced image. Originally, one was bearded while the other was not. Later, both were bearded. Since he looks to the future and the past, to the internal and external worlds, left and right, above and below, before and after, as well as exits and entrances. The double-faced head appears on many Roman coins. In his right hand he holds the doorkeeper's key, and in his left hand a staff. The concepts of January, which is the 11th month in the Roman calendar, and janitor are both based on aspects of Janus. Janus was worshipped at the beginning of the harvest time, planting, marriages, births, and other types of beginnings, especially the beginnings of important events in a person's life. His shrines were archways or gateways or arcades at crossing places. There is a tradition that states Janus came from Thessaly and that he was welcomed by Chemis in Latium, where they shared a kingdom. They married and had several children, including the river god Tiberius. When his wife died, Janus became the sole ruler of Latium. He sheltered Saturn when he was fleeing from Jupiter. Janus, as the first king of Latium, brought the people a time of peace and welfare, the Golden Age. He was the one to introduce money, cultivation of the fields, and laws. And it was after his death he was deified and became the protector of Rome.
O Janus, I invoke thee, God of transitions and beginnings, by the great mysteries, by the power of your far-seeing. I invoke thee, Janus, I invoke thee. As you stand at the doorway of tomorrow and yesterday, reveal yourself to me. Allow me to see with your eyes. Great gatekeeper, most powerful of the gods, bring forth to me the key to your wisdom and knowledge. Enlighten me with the secrets of tomorrow. I destroy all fear I have for tomorrow. I release all pain I hold from yesterday. I shed any misconceptions of today. I open my eyes to your visions. I feel your presence beside me. Your understanding of vision, both physical and psychic. O great God Janus, I am a humble servant to your mysteries. Hey everyone, it's CricketSong with Lunar Wisdom, and this is the time where I share my experience with you about the experiences I had with the god Janus during this month of February that's passing. I meant to make this video yesterday, last night, on the 29th of February, but it's being made on March 1st because my whole experience with Janus and Fortuna culminated last night when the power went out in my home for 5 hours, It wasn't just in my home, but it was on the street here. Around 9:45 p.m. on February 29th, I was getting ready, charging up the battery so that I could make my video, and the power went out. And it didn't come on again until 4 a.m. this morning. So I was unable to make the video, but the experiences I had during that time were quite profound. The month started with me invoking Janus, and if you've watched the beginning part of the video, you know that he is the god of transition. He stands on the threshold of transitions, whether it's initiations, whether it's new beginnings, whether it's death and rebirth, whether it's beginning and ending. He is the God that looks in the past and can see the future while he is standing in today. And he's really helped me see what it is I've accomplished and what it is I wish to undertake in my future. And with that, it has brought me greater understanding of what it is I don't want, what it is that no longer serves me, and has really helped me understand where my path is leading. And it's led to some personal revelations and then just deeper understanding about things I had already perceived for myself. This has also helped me in doing readings for other people. My last few past life readings have been just amazing experiences for me, and I really accredit that to my work with the god Janus, as well as Fortuna, but I'll get into that, because the two, the god and the goddess, really overlap at points of foreseeing and doing work of divination. But it has been a really interesting and enlightening experience to work with this god that I really knew nothing about. I mean, I knew the images of what he was, but I had no true understanding and personal experiences with that god whatsoever. He really didn't call to me much, but I'm learning that this time he did, and it was definitely for a particular purpose. So the month of February being Imbolc during this time, and just it just worked really well, and I have been very thankful for the experiences that I have had walking and being and invoking Janus into my life. And part of me is sad to see this time pass, but it's time to embrace a new god and goddess for the month of March. But I'm quite thankful for the experiences that Janus allowed me, and that, like I said, the culmination last night where he spoke to me when the house was still. I don't think you really understand, even if you don't. I don't have TV. We have a physical TV, but we don't have TV. The TVs that we have in our home is to streamline Netflix or to watch DVDs, or the monitors, the computer monitors, where we do occasionally, watch, but we are very selective. So TV isn't on a lot in our home, or to play video games. But the TV isn't on a lot in our home, and I do play music quite often. And obviously we use electricity, and our heat is, even though it's oil heat, the ignition and the thermostat are run by electricity. But when there's no electricity and it's that late at night and the children are sleeping, there's no hum. The refrigerator isn't running. the heater isn't coming on. So even though it got very cold in the home, and I had all the candles lit and I had my hurricane lamp on, and I sat here at the dining room table and I was reading, and then I was writing for a little bit. The house being so still, I could really, without the hum of any electronic thing, I really was able to tap into the spirit realm very easily. And the spirits were very anxious to speak with me. And one very loud, not loud in a negative way, but a very strong and loud voice spoke to me. And that definitely was Janus encouraging me to take the time to look at what work we've done in this month and plan for the future. And it's a very profound experience I had with him. And what I found interesting is the goddess energies that I'm working with, the goddesses I'm working with, have been very soft, not as strong and forceful as the God energies. So at first contemplation, it seems like the God energies were much more meaningful and I felt them more. But I guess that was, thinking about it, that's just really the nature of the gods. More so, at least the gods that I have chosen or who have chosen to work with me in these last 2 months, where the goddesses were more flowing and more gentle. And apparently that is what I need in these first 2 months of 2012. So that was my experience with Janus. I will be releasing him today and thanking him and moving on to my new God and Goddess for March. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. I love you.